Hello, boys and girls from Highway 287, somewhere in the panhandle on the southeast side of Amarillo. Stopped and recharged at Vernon. Had a nice little snack. This wind out here is just, it's crazy. At one point, our watt hours per mile were 650 to 680. Just after we charged, just after we left, down now to 581. So we're pushing lots and lots of wind. But we're having fun. Rose is going to meet a friend while we're charging in Amarillo. Knows from a long, long time ago. So that's kind of cool. Looks like I'm going to make it in but 2 less charging stops than was originally estimated, because I'm charging quite a bit longer. Of course, Tesla has you going in almost every place for 5 minutes, 7 minutes, 8 minutes. Well, I was at Vernon for about 50 minutes. Maybe I was at 91%. So we're going to continue the trip after 10 minutes. But while I was there, we needed to go in and use the facilities, get something to eat. So about 50 minutes is how much time we had. So we stayed connected to the charger. Gonna do the same thing in Amarillo. Got to go from Amarillo to Clayton, New Mexico, on one tank of energy. Other than the wind, it's a beautiful day. Temperature's nice. It's 86 degrees. My screen says it's going to be 38 degrees in Trinidad when we get there tonight. I have to put some long pants on in Amarillo. Lots of wind turbines out here. Wow. As far as the eye can see in every direction. At one point, it was telling me I was going to have to stop in Childress to get 5 minutes worth so that I could make it to Amarillo. But I've kept my speed under 80. It's going 72 right now. Shows we'll have 7% on arrival. Four miles to Clarendon, 35 miles to Claude. Great stretch of highway right here. Straight, flat, level, quiet, except for the wind. Speed limit's 75 here, but I'm 72, 73 miles an hour. Just want to, because there is no options between here and Amarillo, which is still 50 minutes away. It is up from 4%. I think primarily because I'm going a little bit slower, and then we go through these small towns up here at 35 or 45 miles an hour. Get a few miles down the road without using much juice. Like right here. We're up into 55, then to 45. Clarendon. I was telling Rose that my mother and my grandparents traveled up this way all the time. They had kinfolks, they had cousins and aunts and uncles that lived in Headley and Clarendon. And they also made trips to Colorado. So this is the route right here. Interesting how families repeat things. Repeat what you love. I think the name of the restaurant was the Huddle House at the Cefco truck stop in Vernon. Place smelled like pancakes and waffles. Rose had a strawberry waffle. I had Western omelet. Boy, it was good. Just we sat at the counter, watched them make it right in front of us. Kind of like going to a Waffle House. Hope these clouds and what dirt is left in the air is not messing up your picture. You can see where we are, what we're passing through. It's kind of a cute town. $60 miles to Amarillo. And my gas tank says 106 miles. Should be easy. Asphalt roads so far have been fantastic, but currently it's like they never rolled over this one. It's like it's got rough asphalt on top. If you can hear a rattle, that's my teeth and my bones. This will be there with 8%. I think I'll speed up just a little bit. Yeah, boy, that wind is ferocious. This supercharger, it's a version 3. It's on the east side of Amarillo. It looks like 1 mile further east. That's where we're going to pass it first, coming in from the east. We're going to pass a Buc-ee's, a new Buc-ee's. Buc-ee's website says they don't have any electrical for cars, and Tesla's site has a charger lightning bolt there in gray, as it's a future development. But most every Buc-ee's I've seen in the last several years always have superchargers, and we're going to pass it before we get to the supercharger we're aiming for. So I may just have to take an exit just in case. Might need a dose of root beer to get me the rest of the way. Never use those clean bathrooms. Hard to pass the Buc-ee's and not go in. Especially when you're carrying this. That's an all-day cup of water there. These dark mirrored shades on. My little green dot here next to the blue steering wheel, the driver awareness goes on and off. And so when it goes off, it tells me about every 15, 20 seconds, I need to make a tug onto the wheel so it knows I'm alert. The sun will be out of the way in a few minutes. Oh, now the green light's come back on. Good. Kind of going west-northwest. Yeah, I think the wind is right out of the west at about 40 or 50 miles an hour. So we're experiencing like 120 mile an hour wind tunnel. Railroad's getting new lumber put in. That is an old railroad there. Remember watching trains or chasing trains there since I was a little kid. And the further south you go, it follows 287 all the way into Fort Worth. Then it follows Highway 377. Kind of, I guess maybe from Denton down through Fort Worth. Never seen trains as long, 4 or 5 or even 6 engines. Just the train goes on forever and ever and ever. It's cool to watch, even as an adult. Look how pretty that screen is out the back. My rear camera looks like a piece of art. Can't believe that looking out the back is so much different than the front. Kind of ugly this way. Clouds and dirt. See blue skies behind us though. Not in my rearview mirror, but just in the rear monitor.
It's so beautiful.
Mm-hmm. Just enormous.
Yeah.
$38 miles to go. 82 miles in the tank. Sounds safe enough. Couple families moving, taking their cars with them. Truck driver's taking a nap.
Where is the hotel?
The hotel is in Trinidad, Colorado. It's just over the border, down over the mountain.
So you sleep over tonight?
That's where we're going tonight, yeah. Holiday Inn. Already paid for it. Can't get it back. We can see her on the way back also. It's not like the last time you'll see her.
Back for the same way.
Huh?
We're going back. We come back in the same way.
Yes. That's what I'm saying. So you can meet her again. Come up on some more wind farms. Do you know what part of Amarillo she lives in? North, south, east, or west?
No, she sent the address, but I don't have idea.
Place where we're going looks like there's a Wendy's and a barbecue place, so there'll be tables where y'all can sit and visit. Ella fala inglês,
Very well.
so I can say hi to her. You say, oi, amiga. Is it Prazer and Connoisseur? How does that go? Pleased to meet you. You know. You speak Portuguese a little better than I do. Prazer and conhecer. You know what I'm trying to say. How come you don't help me? Will you say it properly for me?
Prazer em conhecê-la.
Prazer e conhecer.
Conhecê-la.
Conhecê-la. That doesn't sound like Duolingo. And yes, Duolingo is the Brazilian version of Portuguese. Português do Brasil. I cannot believe how clear my rear camera is and how pretty the sky looks. See, there's wind farms up here on the left if my cameras were doing anything.
If you go this side, probably the noise is less.
I'll try it right after I pass this truck. It's a good idea. Thank you, co-pilot.
No, it's not.
Oh well. It was further back when I did that. It was smoother.
The wind motor is not, it's not.
They're not going very fast, are they?
No, it's like
They're turning, but you gotta watch. They're going very slow. It's very interesting because every once in a while, we almost blows us into the next lane. I remember the first time I saw those big blades traveling down the highway coming through Dallas. I could not imagine what that was, but it has bolt connections on one end like I'm familiar with a great big pipe that's flat on the other end. It's a hell of a long trailer it takes to, actually it's two separated trailers that pulls it. Speaking of black pipe,
yeah, it smells.
you smell something?
It's slow.
Oh yes, very slow. Maybe they have the gears turned down so it gets more energy. When these high winds, maybe they can slow them down, and as it turns, it even gets more energy. I'm gonna have to read about that tonight. Because they should be spinning like a fan blade right now.
Can you take a nap in a estuary?
Well, while we're charging, yes, I'm gonna. Actually, what I'm gonna do the exit right before the charging station is a Buc-ee's. I'm going to go there. I want to exit there just to see if there's a possibility that they have chargers there. And if they do, we'll charge there. It's just like a mile this way from where we told the lady. And then go there to go to the bathroom. But if they don't have chargers, I'll just get back on the road. I won't stop just to go to the bathroom. Does that make sense? Does? At home, the Buc-ee's near us has the version 4 chargers. And we're going to have 6%, so version 4 charger would be good. We'd be ready for all 325 kilowatts. But it doesn't stay there long. By the time it gets up to 20%, it's down to 250. When it gets down to 5 or 6%, I'm just happy it's a charger with a Tesla name. We're in Claude, Texas. C-L-A-U-D-E, Claude. And I think it's a Valero station we're going to also. Just like that one. "22 miles, 22 minutes. It'd be so cool if the Buc-ee's has a version 4 charger. Get more juice there and use their clean bathrooms. I tell you, my bladder is full. Too much information?
Yeah.
Sorry, folks. I'll edit that out. That's not for public consumption. Here we go. It's green. At least I didn't say something vulgar, like my teeth are floating. You ever heard that?
No.
My teeth are floating. It makes sense now. What's going on there? Bunch of something. our schedule right here. Let's see. Sure, there we go. I'm going to be here for 45 minutes. Should be in Clayton, New Mexico at 9:09 for probably 30 minutes. Then we'll be in Trinidad, the charging station in Trinidad at 11. Then this is where the Holiday Inn, 11:30. So we'll be in the room by midnight.
It's a long way.
It's a long way. The first day is extra long, so the second day is not so bad. You ready to drive? There's not much driving to do. Have one charging stop tomorrow. The drive from Pueblo to Breckenridge is gorgeous. I need to check the weather, see if it's going to be snowing. I'd rather go through Denver. Looks like a long train carrying coal. Wow.
You think it is noise from the video?
What about the noise?
From the video. It's too much noise in the video.
I can edit it off. Wow, look at all the coal in those cars. Two trains pulling and two trains pushing. All four got smoke coming out.